Hello, Libra, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of June 21st through the 27th. And during that time, we have the solstice first on the 21st. So if that's something that you celebrate or observe, good time for that. We then have the first quarter moon on the 23rd. That can be like, it's almost like a little mini full moon where you might feel a little impulsive or impatient. Your mind might be a little active. So either decide that you're going to control and dominate those impulses or just take it a little easier that day. We then have the waxing gibbous energy for the rest of the week. And that is when we're back to work, better, and just better work energy, but a good time for us to demonstrate that we can be flexible and make adjustments on those things that we've started during the new moon. So please keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Libra. So as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't here on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is that luck is on your side. That's the second time I've seen that card. Trying to think of which sign now. I can't remember. It may come to me, but good luck to you. Luck is on your side this week. That's a great card. I do love it. As I'm shuffling the tarot, my fun weekly reminder for you this week is that you keep a spiritual journal. So many times in our spiritual life, we just need to go back and reflect on those things that maybe we've learned. This could be dreams that you've had, and that could be handy if you have a premonition dream. It's great if you've jotted that information down when it comes to fruition a while later and you're like, hey, wait, didn't I dream about that? Spiritual journal is great for that. Also synchronicities, so you can see like kind of the evolution of synchronistic things that are happening. And it could be that, let's talk about angel numbers, that maybe you see a particular number now. Well, that changes a year from now, and you see a different series of numbers. So it's kind of as you learn and grow. But it's interesting to look back on those things. So it's just a good tool to have. So that is my fun weekly reminder for you, is that you keep a spiritual journal. All right, Libra, let's get into this reading. We've got June 21st through the 27th. Luck is on your side. Your present energy right now is the Seven of Cups, so lots of choices. And if luck is on your side, hopefully you're making the good, lucky choices. So, I say choice is a luxury. Anytime you have lots of choices to make, choose well. Choose the kind of things that just fit in line with the things, the way that you want to live your life. So, but nice to have that luxury when it does roll around. Your current situation right now is the Nine of Pentacles. So you're also just enjoying the fruits of your labor. I love this card. I mean, look at her. She's in her lush garden. She is, this card reminds me like the bank account is stocked up, bills are paid, the house is clean, the yard is done, like everything's just, that's the kind of life she's living. And that's a great energy to have for your current situation right now, Libra. At the root of your situation here is the Eight of Swords. So there's also some situation that you're feeling a little bit stuck. But what you do need to remember is that you can think your way out of this, whatever the situation might be. And I feel like it's just a little blip here on your week because you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. And it's almost like you're saying, not today. I'm going to think my way out of this thing right now. And it's done and taken care of. And I'm going to get back to having this energy, right? In your recent past here, the Chariot card. So looks like you've been gathering some kind of information in your past to make a move. And this could be why you're still making choices. This could very well be the Chariot is about kind of gathering information. And maybe now you've been gathering the information and you're at this decision point. And this could just be one of those decisions that you make. It's something that you've that's been there that you've had to make a decision on. You kind of put it off and you're just going to think your way through it, make that decision, and get back again to being in this enjoying the fruits of your labor energy. What is on your mind this week is the Queen of Cups. So while you do this, you're also very just emotionally stable through the whole week, through everything. Why am my space cooperating here with me today? So Queen of Cups is about that. It's about just emotional stability. It's about really understanding your own emotions, being able to express, as the Queen of Cups is someone who's very empathetic, and also you understand the people around you. You're probably someone who people would come and talk to and tell their issues, and you give a good wise answer. you know, being very, very patient. So that's a good and that's on your mind this week is kind of your emotions and at least processing them in a good, healthy way. What is just ahead of you this week is the Page of Swords. So, as you're doing all of this, and while luck is on your side, you're finding some new way to communicate or having new thoughts about things, just new intellectual thoughts. Things are coming in. It's like almost like when you have a good, fresh, clear mind and little ideas start popping in, like, oh, I should do this thing, and this thing would be a good idea. So take advantage of that Page of Swords energy when it comes to that. In your advice position is the Queen of Swords. So, you know, where the page where it's like a new thing that's coming in, the Queen is definitely much like the Queen of Cups. She understands intellect, understands communication, and really has a way with it, has a way with words. She doesn't mince words. She says exactly what she means. You know, look at that hand that's out there. When she says a thing, you know she means it. And also when she thinks a thing, she means it as well. So this is just, you know, and because this is in the advice situation to me, it's about speaking up, and it's about saying, you know, whatever decisions you're making or things that you're going through is just be very clear, very concise, think those things through, and then communicate it. All right, what is beyond your control this week is the Five of Cups. So it looks like a little bit of sadness and disappointment and grief. And maybe, you know, is it about these decisions? Let's make sure we're making the right decisions and choosing the right cups. You know, but sometimes these things just roll around again. I feel like some of these things that are happening are a little bit of a blip. It's almost like it's almost like I feel you saying, "You're not raining on my parade." Whatever this is, like, I'm having a good time. I really am not trying to deal with this. So some things, you know, they might still be there. You might not want to deal with them this week, and they might still be there next week because I just get the feeling that you're just not into it this week, right? With the other energies that are going on, it's like, okay, that's there, and I will process it, but maybe just not today, right? What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid is the truth card with the justice card here. Is there some truth that you're trying to avoid, or is there some truth that you're trying to get to? That's an interesting place. That's an interesting position for this card to be in, because, you know, this is about well, of course, like I said, it's about truth, it's about equilibrium, it's about things being in order, it's about fairness. So is there something going on here that you're just not sure about? Is it your secret desire for things to be fair and in balance, or are you trying to avoid that right now? And again, I feel like you might be kind of in avoidance mode when it comes to decisions and things. You know, like I said, they're kind of on the periphery of your reading here. And it's almost like, leave me alone. I'm in a good mood. I'm having a good time. I really don't want to deal with this right now. And listen, we all do it. So if you're doing it, it's okay. That stuff will still be there next week. What is in your outcome position? Yeah, is a little bit of anxiety. So yeah, maybe it's not the best thing to be avoid. You know, it's like it's almost like again, you're saying don't rain on my parade, but you are going to have a little bit of anxious because you're not dealing with these things. So, you know, whatever this decision is, I think it starts here. It's annoying, but you probably do need to make that decision this week, and also you need to feel the feelings of it. You're in Queen of Cups mode, so you're definitely balanced. You can feel those feelings in a good normal way, but you know, you end up here with a little bit of anxiety towards the end of the week, and I think you do this if you don't deal with these other things. Also, look up angel number 99, see if that has any bearing on your week, because that number is appearing here. What is hidden from you here, Libra, at the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Okay, so where the queen has the understanding and can deal with all those things, the king has like the ultimate knowledge of it. Like the king knows everything, where the queen kind of has a feeling about some things, and again is good to talk to and is very empathetic. The king might have information that even the queen doesn't have. He just is able to see the entire situation for what it is. So that's hidden from you this week, so you may not have quite all the information. And maybe it's because maybe it is this truth right here, that maybe you're trying to avoid some sort of truth that makes all of this make sense. So you'll know, some of you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about there. Let's get you a final message here. But you know, luck is on your side. So I feel like if you do manage these things, this anxiety is going to be a little bit alleviated. I don't think, oh, we've got our card turned around here. Let's get you turned back around. Um, Yeah, I feel like if you deal with this decision and with the emotions of it, it's going to lighten that feeling of anxiety towards the end of the week. And let's do get back to having your lucky week, Libra. So, all right, let's get you a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Libra. Seek hidden treasure. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that card. Seek hidden treasure. Is that in maybe some of these decisions? There's a little bit of treasure coming out of one of these cups right there. Seek hidden treasure. And maybe that is in your decisions. It's making a decision that maybe doesn't seem obvious, but is there for you to make, if that makes sense. Seek hidden treasure. Luck is on your side and seek hidden treasure. Okay. All right, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care. Self-care for Libra this week. And the card that you get is the card that says surprise, with a big box of glittery things coming out of it. Release your expectation and be open to surprise. That's a very interesting. I love your overalls this week. Surprise, seek hidden treasure, and luck is on your side. And here you are right here at the beginning, just making some sort of choices. So, hopefully, again, this is luck is on your side, and it is some sort of secret, or not secret. Well, interesting that I said that. That it is a hidden treasure, and that it is some kind of surprise. So be open to that. Be open to those things. Again, work on these things. Make that decision. Process whatever the emotions are to lessen this anxiety. But realize that you might not have all of the information. It may come later. It may just not be there. Um, and that might be what some of this anxiety, and that means that it comes later. You just are meant to not know everything at the moment. So, Libra, good luck with this. I feel like this is an interesting week for you. And I don't think it wraps up this week. I feel like this goes into next week. Of course, tarot readings are for a week, but life certainly isn't, is it? But do remember, luck is on your side. Seek hidden treasure and be open to surprise. So I hope there's something in this reading that you can take away and use in a positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below. Or if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer those for you. And if you hit like and subscribe, it'll help you find me next week. Come on back and let's see where this story goes. So thanks so much, Libra. Good luck to you, and I'll see you next time.